There is a true monument, a classic, a must for everyone that ever comes to Richmond, Virginia, and particularly even if you live here, make sure you visit there on a regular basis. Hey, I'm Erin and welcome to Live in Richmond, Virginia. Today's video will be about what $600,000 will get you in the city of Richmond in several different neighborhoods. If this is your first time to our channel and you want to learn about all there is to know about living in the city of Richmond, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure to hit that little bell so you'll be notified every time a new video is released. And one of my favorite places to find a great home in the $600,000 range in the city of Richmond has, of course, got to be the Fan District. You're gonna get a decent sized house for $600,000. If you need to go larger, you definitely have that option for sure, but expect that you'll be in more of the 800 to 1.5 million at least. Larger homes, definitely at least a 3 or 4 bedroom. I would say you're probably going to be still in that time period where you're going to be finding at least 1.5 bathrooms. You should be safe there. You may get 2 if you're lucky. Again, these homes were built in the late 1800s, early 1900s, so back with those beautiful Victorian homes with the big porches and the turrets, and very unique, and all the giant windows, the 4 squares for sure, and also set very close together, if not many of them row style and attached, but nice deep backyards with the privacy fences. Typically going to have an upper balcony off of your house, nice covered porch, lots of hardscaping, lots of the beautiful string lights across things, lots of fun parties in those courtyards, and not uncommon for you to find that back alley parking as well. Very good if you can find one that has a driveway and maybe even getting a garage over there as well. Inside, expect to see luxury renovations, and you'll definitely see renovations at this price point for sure, even though you're on the lower end of the neighborhood for costs. Everything is going to be nicely done. Expect most of your kitchens, actually the walls were blown out so it opens up to the family room. I really don't see any that are very choppy anymore. Most of the 4th floors, the attics have been finished off, and also the basements. Washer dryer are definitely going to be in your basement, so keep that in mind for sure. Not going to have any front yard, but you are typically going to be set on one of those wider streets, so it's going to have a different feel, more of the feel like you would see on Museum, maybe not as deep. And really for the Fan, it does have a lot to do with location on what blocks you're hitting on for sure. If you are in certain spots of, Grove, definitely Grove, Stewart, certain parts of Floyd for sure. As you get down in certain blocks, you're definitely going to watch the price point go up and your money just isn't going to go as far, but absolutely stunning. I love this particular area because you just don't see people going in and bastardizing the beauty of these older homes. They really do a perfect job with any kind of renovations of mixing the old and the new, keeping those black and white subweight tiles in the bathrooms, reglazing the original clawfoot tubs, keeping the crystal doorknobs, near and dear to my heart. And again, the beautiful high ceilings that even when you have a more narrow home, something that isn't beautiful, it just gives you that feeling of a whole lot more space. The big chunky trim all the way around, the beautiful banisters and newel posts, hardwood floors throughout, slate on the porch. A lot of them will have a nice porch on the back as well that might be just screened in or something. That just gives a really great feel. And again, the bathrooms are going to be renovated as well, and expect most of your, like I said, basements and your attics to be done as well. Similar to the other things, if you're doing a housewarming party, they're likely to be parking in the street. Definitely do not recommend that you have them park back on your alleyway unless you have a really big driveway that they can pull into, because you don't want to be pissing off your neighbors before you even get to know them for sure. Street parking can be a little bit of a challenge around there for sure, but again, with the wider streets and a little bit more variety, typically I don't have any problems when we're going over there to visit people to do things. Lots and lots and lots to do over in this area. It's a great spot. Obviously, being as close as you are to the VCU campus, which of course is near and dear to me. That is actually where my parents met back in the 70s when they both were students at VCU in totally opposite schools at VCU, and randomly met at a party, and the rest is all history, and here I am, sort of thing. So again, VCU near and dear to my heart. Monroe Park, that is right across from the campus, and the campus in itself is just lovely. If you are a basketball fan, you are going to love living in the city of Richmond and in the Fan District, because you literally are right there by the VCU campus and go catch a Rams game on a regular basis. And they're, you know, the ladies and the men's basketball team are regularly in all the championships. I'm not a basketball person, I'm so sorry, so I should know exactly what the championship they're in. But is that March Madness, I think? No. They're going to be in it on a regular basis, so you get to see that on a regular basis. The cool thing about that area too is you've just got a lot of rebuilding along there because of the college has brought in a lot of money and a lot of things. And VCU is a big liberal arts college, and very interesting. It's a very amazing medical college and amazing arts college. Very interesting mix and eclectic vibe there. I love going down there to VCU just to people watch. Pretty much every high school in the area, that's where they do their graduation. So if you're around graduation time in May or June, I'd encourage you to just go park your car and just people watch. You get to see a lot of interesting things, and then all the street performers are out there playing and all, and it's just really fun to watch all of that for sure. So many good, great restaurants down there for sure. You know, well, there's one of the Capitol Waffle Houses right there by VCU. I think it's the Campbell Waffle House, which is delicious. You got to check it out for sure. Make sure you get your mimosa with the little waffle on there, and remember to ask for the Blue Light Walk-in Waffle Special. It's on the house for me. Shindig's, really popular spot down there. If you like desserts or sweets, this is like the creme de la creme for the Richmond area. Now, I am not a bread pudding person, but they have this pecan streusel bread pudding that is absolutely to die for. And what's so good about it is it's served warm. They always give you 2 scoops of ice cream vanilla ice cream without you even asking. Now, not that I ever see any of that ice cream, because my husband is an ice cream fiend. Like literally, if you go on a cruise ship and they have like soft serve on the machines, he's not really snipping, but literally I think he could just hang out right there, of course out of the sun, because he doesn't like the sun, getting soft serve after soft serve, just eating all up. But the streusel is so yummy, and I probably would have never even thought about trying it because I don't really like bread pudding, but because it said streusel in there, when we were traveling over in Bavaria, the hotel that we stayed at, they had something like that every single night, and I got hooked on it. So anytime I get to enjoy that and think back on the old days of doing things, it's always a great thing as well. Speaking of Europe, there is a great little restaurant down there that's called Branch and Vine. And if you've ever done any traveling abroad, if you've ever spent any time in Europe, this is going to bring back lots of memories, as it did to me. I was lucky that I got to live there with my family for 3 years, and I remember all the cute little cafes and little bistros, and that feel that you go in. For one, I don't know what it is about, they just set it up more modern with the track lighting. It just feels a certain way, and the way they arrange the tables and what they have, their baguettes that they serve their sandwiches on are just to die for. They're so yummy. Wonderful soups, then great like orzo pasta salads. They're just absolutely delicious. And it's cool because, again, you can take some really fresh baguettes with you home for dinner later on that day. And they also have just a great assortment right there of wines that you would not find in any of the grocery stores around here or at the ABC store. So just some special things if you remember something from your travels that you just never have been able to find elsewhere. That's a really good place to check it out. And just a cute little place, and just feels very much in the Fan District thing. So definitely very upscale, but with an artsy feel, and very city, smack dab in the city for sure. And oh my gosh, how could I forget? Living in the Fan District is one of the best things to do. Again, very walkable, ride your bikes all over the place for sure, but there is a true monument, a classic, a must for everyone that ever comes to Richmond, Virginia, and particularly even if you live here, make sure you visit there on a regular basis. And it's the Jefferson Hotel, one of the most historic places in Richmond that has been visited by many very famous people over the years. And the great thing about the Jefferson, for one, it's just, I've actually never stayed in a room, never been in one of the rooms, which I need to go do, it's on my bucket list. But the lobby, the several different lobbies are just beautiful, and it is this old historic hotel that's been beautifully maintained, and these lobbies are just massive, and the staircases are just beautiful. What I love best about there, they have a great yummy restaurant, it's terrific. Their gift shop is super cute as well. So make sure when you go to the Jefferson, be it at the holidays or any other time, and make sure you book it several months in advance, as you've got to do a high tea. And do not be worried. This is not little finger foods that you're just going to be walking around and you're like, I'm starving to death. This thing is going to fill you up. Great little tables, wonderful like high back chairs, and they set them at all different levels throughout the lobby because it is a tiered, many layered lobby, so you won't feel like you're right on top of people and people won't be walking down right by you the steps. I mean, this is a big, big hotel. But I'm an Earl Grey girl. I enjoyed all the Earl Grey, but I did try all the other teas, and they brought them out into like cutest little teapots, beautiful little saucers and teacups, and then just these little tiered things with these beautiful, most amazing sandwiches, beautiful cucumber sandwiches, of course the most amazing chicken salad in the world. I can't remember the other ones they had, but they were all just delicious, and the breads were just delicious. And then they had the little dessert one as well. The petit fours were to die for. They were the most beautiful things I'd ever seen in my entire life, and they literally melted in your mouth. I don't know how many I ate of them, but there were a lot so that everyone else at the table did enjoy some, so don't worry about that at all. And my Bodito has come to visit me. He wants to go to high tea as well. Maybe I'll take him. I don't think they allow dogs, but maybe next time. So there you have it. You must check out high tea and also Jefferson. There you go. All the different neighborhoods that you need to check out if you're looking to live in the city of Richmond. If you'd like to know everything there is about the city of Richmond, check out my other videos where I talk about the drivability, parking, property taxes, where all the neighborhoods are, where the medical facilities are, what you have for schools, shopping, recreation, education, all of those different things, and so much more, as well as how close you are to the beach, the mountains, anything else that you want to know about. You'll find it in those other videos. Thanks again for joining in on another episode of Living in Richmond, Virginia. I'm Erin Melton, and remember, leave everything better.